2026. We have just concluded the leaders' discussion chaired by Honorable Prime Minister of India. This segment continues our deliberations with senior representatives from governments and international organizations. As reflected in the summit declaration, our discussions are guided by the timeless Indian ethos of Sarvajan Hitaye Sarvajan Sukhaye, which means welfare for all and happiness for all, underscoring our shared commitment to ensuring that the benefits of AI are broadly shared across humanity. With this, I would now like to begin the interventions. To begin the proceedings under this segment, I invite His Excellency Mr. Bai Kyun-hoon, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Science and ICT of the Republic of Korea, to take the floor, please.
Thank you. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, it's a privilege to stand before you today. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to the Government of India for your invitation to the AI Impact Summit, which discussed the impact of artificial intelligence for the collective prosperity of humanity. India has emerged as a key pillar of the global digital economy, driven by exceptional talent and a dynamic spirit of innovation. Korea is honored to be part of this journey. 2 years ago, Korea led the Foundation for Global AI Cooperation by hosting the AI Seoul Summit. I believe this year's Impact Summit marks a pivotal transition, moving from the commitment made in Seoul toward the tangible action and measurable impact. Furthermore, as the host of last year's APEC leaders meeting, we emphasize a clear policy direction to deliver AI transformation in our member economies in the region, highlighting economic growth through AI innovation and multi-stakeholder cooperation. To translate this commitment into practice, the government of Korea is mobilizing its full national capabilities to ensure that every citizen can enjoy the benefit of AI advancement. Korea boasts comprehensive experience and strengths across the entire AI lifecycle, from semiconductors to digital infrastructure to specialized services. Based on this, we are actively deploying AI in diverse sectors, including healthcare, manufacturing, education, public safety, and finance. At the same time, we are carefully balancing technological innovation and accountability by implementing the AI Framework Act, which supports the sound growth of the AI innovation ecosystem. Excellencies, we are standing at a historic inflection point as AI triggers a fundamental transformation of our societies. Ensuring this technology serves to improve human rights is a challenge faced by our countries. No single country can tackle this alone. It demands the collective effort of the international community. I wish to express my deepest respect for the New Delhi Declaration. It's a remarkable achievement to see a nation of diverse cultures, languages, and stage of development united under the single banner of human prosperity. The 7 chakras provide us with a common roadmap for action as we begin this new year of 2026. I hope that the spirit of hope we share today will yield successful outcomes. The Republic of Korea remains steadfast in its commitment to solidarity and international cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. I now invite Her Excellency Ms. Ebba Busch, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Energy, Business and Industry of the Kingdom of Sweden. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency Ashwini Vaishnav, and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, friends of AI. First of all, let me extend a heartfelt thank you to beautiful, beautiful India for hosting us all and being the first from the Global South to hold the AI Summit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi often speak of India as Vishwamitra, a friend of the world. And today, we stand at a new frontier where that friendship is more vital than ever, the frontier of artificial intelligence. In the ancient scriptures, we read of Samudra Manthan, the churning of the cosmic ocean. It teaches us that collaboration is the only way to unlock the deepest treasures. Today, the vast ocean of data is our Samudra, and AI is our churning rod. To define our path, let us redefine a little bit what AI stands for in the India-Sweden partnership. For us, AI also stands for aspiring India in so many ways. The speed of AI implementation is not gradual. It truly actually is a shock to society and to our energy systems. In comparison, you can look at how long it took mobile phones to reach 100 million users. 15 years compared to the internet. And then fast chat 2 months, 100 million users. The fourth largest US tech company invested capital expenditure last year. There was some discussions of how costly it was to the move. Adjusted inflation under a Holocaust during the years of the European AI will redefine the opportunity. The sense the question is the big question is this is the reason why that global framework for global compact. So I would say number one, with the energy system, almost 1% electricity. We have an abundance of it, a very heavily in nuclear power. A lot. We move politics out of energy. The second one is skills and talent, and a unique way of private sector, public partnerships, and open sector. The third is a different type of European partnership, inspired by India, with innovative improvement that framework, moving away from management of the European trust. Speaking of trust, India provides incredible scale and speed, very engine of the provide culture that ensures that what we extract for all of us. Unified divine vision with practical tools, we must unify the human heart with machine power. We must not see AI as a replacement of the human spirit, but as a power multiplier for human dignity. When we combine India's digital scale with Sweden's systematic trust, we do more than just build code. We build a future where technology never outruns our values. So let me conclude by saying the future of AI should empower our people and our planet's shared prosperity. Thank you so much for listening, and welcome to Sweden.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you, drawing from the ancient Indian heritage. So many points that you took out of the ancient Indian heritage. Thank you very much for that. I now invite the Right Honorable David Lammy, MP, Deputy Prime Minister, Lord Chancellor, and Secretary of State for Justice of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. The floor is yours.
Namaste, and thank you so much. And thank you to Prime Minister Modi for hosting this hugely consequential former. It has been said before our session by the Vice President of Guyana, by the Prime Minister of Mauritius and the UN Secretary General, that it is fitting that the first ever AI summit in the Global South is here in India, and that you have chosen to put the spotlight on addressing the global AI divide. Because how we close that divide will not just shape future technology, but clearly future opportunity. And this technology must benefit people, it must protect our planet, and it must accelerate progress for all of us, not just few. Because there are two paths before us. First would see AI concentrating wealth and power in ever fewer hands, leaving millions jobless and voiceless, and society diminished as a result. If we follow this path, AI will be used to threaten our national security, to exacerbate violence against the most vulnerable, and particularly women and girls, and to isolate and to divide us. But there is a second path, a path to a better future, a future where AI is used to benefit us all, where it's used to break down class boundaries, upgrade our public services, power great companies to provide better goods and services, to cure diseases, to tackle climate change, reduce inequalities, educate, and to enrich, and to take the global community forward. But we have to actively make that choice and back our words with action now. Because if we don't choose to run down the second, we will sleepwalk down the first path. Previous leaps that we've made forward unfolded over decades, from the Industrial Revolution to the dawn of the internet. There was time to learn and to evolve. But we do not have that luxury today. AI is here, and in just a few short years, its impact will rival, even exceed, those early revolutions. It is already affecting people's lives multiple times a day, in our phones, our search engines, GPS. It's changing how we bank, how we work, and the content that we see. We have to get it right, and we have to do it together, and we have to do it now. So we must get AI safely into the hands of as many people as possible. We must make sure we remain vigilant to the risks and make sure the benefits of this revolution are felt by all of us. And India and the UK are already leading the way. We are partners in history and partners in progress. It is a partnership that benefits both our peoples, but it can also drive the world onwards through the technology security initiative our Prime Minister's launched, through our Joint Centre for AI, and through our investment in the Connectivity and Innovation Centre. We're making real progress to push the world down that second path. And we are working together to innovate and test emerging technology and develop responsible and trustworthy AI across key areas like health, climate, and fintech. And because the UK is determined to be a global leader in AI, Just over a year ago, we published an ambitious AI action plan, and we're developing it at pace. We've established the AI Security Institute to give users and policymakers the confidence to realize the benefits of AI, and it's a model already being emulated by other countries, as we've heard. And we've launched our AI for Science strategy to retain our position of scientific global leadership. And with a specific mission to accelerate drug discovery, we formed a new partnership with Google DeepMind to help to turn cutting-edge AI into real benefits for working people, including a plan for the company to open its first automated research lab in the UK this year. And last month we went further, announcing our ambition to make the UK the fastest AI adopter in the G7. But like India, the UK isn't just adopting AI. We are seeking to shape it so that it improves people's everyday lives and the positives that are enabled so that all will benefit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency, for your very positive remarks. With this, I now yield the floor to Mr. Michael Crassios, Director, Office of Science and Technology Policy, White House of the United States of America.
Thank you so much for hosting us, and good morning to everyone here, and my greetings to all my colleagues from around the world. We are gathered in New Delhi this week because we know that artificial intelligence is a foundational technology. It's one that will define the future of economic growth, national security, and global competitiveness. The United States has set the gold standard in developing general purpose and frontier AI capabilities. And we are doing everything we can to take the opportunity for American AI technologies, standards, and governance models to be adopted worldwide. We believe sharing this technology will strengthen relationships with our allies and create new partnerships with the nations of the world. Giving your people the best tools for building a better tomorrow means adopting components of the American AI stack. By packaging the stack and making it available to partners through our American AI Exports program, we seek to take concrete steps to secure a peaceful future of shared prosperity for all of us. The American AI stack includes AI-optimized hardware, such as chips and servers, data center storage, cloud services and networking, data pipelines and labeling systems, AI models and programs, security and cybersecurity systems, as well as AI applications for specific use cases, such as software engineering, education, healthcare, agriculture, and transportation. We want all of these to be available to all of you. The gap in AI adoption between advanced and developed economies is sure to be a major topic in our conversations today. A haves and have-nots framing, however, risks distracting from what should be the main point of international AI dialogue. Realizing AI's transformative potential to benefit our citizens requires every government to prioritize adoption and strategic deployment of the best AI technology. The American AI Exports program is built on this belief and the confidence that both developed and developing countries can build a sovereign AI capability if given the chance. In my remarks tomorrow, I look forward to discussing America's AI leadership, international AI adoption, the rejection of global AI governance, and the pursuit of real sovereignty, and the opportunity of nations to join America as partners to build the AI future for their peoples. I'll also be announcing some new AI initiatives expanding and strengthening our American AI Export program. For too long, leaders of developing countries faced a choice between largely symbolic gestures that came with an ideological lecture and one-sided but practical investments from unreliable and dangerous actors. This has undermined America's interests and failed to help you in ways that have increased independence rather than dependence. But under President Trump's leadership, America has rethought how it advances international development, especially in the digital age. We are replacing outdated models of global aid with bold win-win partnerships to deliver real, lasting impact. As Secretary of State Marco Rubio has said, building an international development enterprise that promotes America's interests means prioritizing trade over aid, opportunity over dependency, and investment over assistance. The American AI Exports Program is a practical expression of this belief, and thanks to President Trump, American AI is open for business. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. I now request His Excellency Mr. Chen Jiachang, Vice Minister, Ministry of Science and Technology of the People's Republic of China. Floor is yours.
Okay.
We don't see.
OK， 谢谢主席，尊敬的各代表团团长、女士们、先生们、朋友们，大家好。首先，我对峰会的召开表示祝贺。当前，人工智能快速发展，已成为引领新一轮科技革命和产业变革的重要力量。中国国家主席习近平强调，中国愿同世界各国一道，把握数字化、网络化、智能化发展机遇，深化人工智能发展和治理国际合作，为推动人工智能健康发展、促进世界经济增长、增进各国人民福祉而努力。中国积极拥抱智能变革，持续打造以企业为主体、以市场为导向、以应用为牵引、以科研为依托、以人才为根本的创新生态，加快发展新质生产力。中国人工智能创新成群体性突破之势，成为全球人工智能专利的最大贡献国。中国生成式人工智能用户达5.15亿人，普及率达36.5%。2025年，中国人工智能的产业规模也在不断的增长。中国以开源惠世界。今天上午开幕式上，马克龙总统提到了中国的一款开源软件 DeepSeek。现在我也很高兴地介绍，中国产业界也打造了 AI 模型的开源社区魔塔，已汇聚超过14万多个多模态开源模型，服务全球超2000万的开发者。开源有助于可及性，开源有助于共享，开源有助于透明。2023年，习近平主席提出全球人工智能治理倡议，致力于通过对话与合作凝聚共识，构建开放、公正、有效的全球治理机制，促进人工智能技术造福人类。主张各国应当弘扬人类命运共同体理念，坚持以人为本、智能向善、公平普惠、协同共治等原则，加强人工智能全球治理，加强国际合作，让科技进步惠及全人类。在联合国总部提出人工智能加国际合作倡议，呼吁加强政策交流和务实合作。2024年，中国发布了人工智能能力建设普惠计划。我们期望通过技术合作与资源支持，推动全球南方国家人工智能领域均衡发展。女士们、先生们、朋友们，中国愿与各国一道，共同落实联合国加强人工智能能力建设国际合作决议，助力全球南方国家人工智能发展，愿在人工智能领域与各国共推发展，共同发展，共护安全，共享成果。 中国已连续多年举办世界人工智能大会，也邀请各国有识之士以共商促共享，以善治促善治。2006年，中国将在上海继续举办世界人工智能大会，也真诚地欢迎和邀请各国政府代表、国际组织负责人和各界人士参加。中国愿与各方携手，推动全球人工智能发展和治理，共同构建人类命运共同体。谢谢大家。
Thank you very much, Excellency. We now invite His Excellency Mr. Meher Gevorg Mantasyan, First Deputy Minister of High-Tech Industry of the Republic of Armenia. I also want to make a small announcement that given the very big representation that we have here and given the time constraints, any honorable minister or any excellency would like to place the statement on record, we can always publish it digitally in case you have any time constraints or travel plans or travel constraints. Thank you very much. Floor is yours, Mr. Mantasyan.
Thank you very much. Namaste. And I want to join the congratulations for the already successful arranged gathering. And I want to use the momentum to appreciate how it is important and crucial for this moment to have this gathering and discussion about the technology which is shaping not just our present, the future, but will also shape most probably the projection of our civilization. The technology which has so much power that the unity and the conversation around this in a trust is an important to shape the next steps where we will move all together. I want to also say thank you for everyone who contributed here, and also to highlight the importance that we are joining the resolution which was released during this gathering. And having the time concerned as well, I will try to keep it very short to give the floor for a lot of people in the next. I want to say that without trust, we can't build anything. The dialogue is this, to start any dialogue, you need to have a trust and believe that it's meaningful. It's an amazing to see so much people around here and having the willing to have the dialogue. To be honest, a lot of important things already are mentioned from the all the excellencies and the high officials already talking before, and we want to like to join all of them. But I would like to mention that in the country of Armenia, with the 3 million population, we are very focused on developing the AI application for our public governance. And the philosophy here is that AI is a tool which is helping the humankind to make a decision. So we are not on a direction that we want to outsource the decision making to the machine, but we want to empower the people, decision makers, to use the tool for their processes in their life circle. And in this spirit, as long as we're talking, the politics sometimes is very not fast. I'll frame it this way. The safety of the young people, it's still there. And there was two examples during the gathering before. I want to give you, we have it in the country, the Center for Creative Technologies, when the teenagers learning how to code and use the technologies. And already some of these kids, by themselves, exploring the technology, giving one of the best advices, how to use the AI in their daily life, and what trust and how to use in their educational pipeline. I think the responsible officials need to think how to help this accelerating the decision-making processes to enable for the future generation, where we feel the responsibility very strongly. And I think in this conversation, I appreciate that AI brings so much people to talk about these values, the human-centric values, which is so much common. I don't remember when it was discussed in the past, but this conversation are opening up the floor for the bringing the values closer. And I think we need to appreciate that this topic bring everyone closer. With this saying, I just want to add that in country for Armenia, we, after the visit of the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, was announced a very impressive $4 billion investment in the infrastructure. Infrastructure is an important commodity already, but the application is more important for the AI GPUs, which we will have. And we're seeking the best way to contribute for having the environment safer and secure for everyone, and to help to use the AI to increase our productivity and live longer life, because we could do more things in a fixed time. By this, I want to conclude and say thank you everyone who joined and contributed in these discussions, and we are very keen to work together to build a safer and more and best place for the human. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. I now invite the Honorable Dr. Andrew Charlton, MP, Assistant Minister for Science, Technology and the Digital Economy of the Commonwealth of Australia. Floor is yours. He's not there. We can take the next and then come back. Yeah. In that case, may I now invite His Excellency Mr. Alexander Prohl, LLM, State Secretary at the Austrian Federal Chancellery, responsible for digitalization of the Republic of Austria. Excellency, floor is yours.
Namaste, Your Excellencies. Thank you so much for organizing this great event. It's a great honor for Austria to be here at the AI Impact Summit in India. We are proud to take part in this important conversation about the future of AI. AI is transforming our world. It is changing how we work, how we learn, how we produce, and how we care for our people. It offers great opportunities in healthcare, clean energy, smart industry, and sustainable development. But with these opportunities also comes responsibility. In Austria, we believe AI must serve the people. It should be human-centered, safe, transparent, and fair. Technology must respect human dignity, democracy, and the rule of law. Trust is the foundation for innovation. Austria is a country of research and innovation. Our universities and companies are active in AI, digital technologies, and green solutions. Also in the relationship between the state and citizens, we work with the digital key, the ID Austria. I brought the key with me today, created by AI. This is it. And yes, as part of the European Union, we also support clear and responsible standards for AI. At the same time, we know that AI is global. No country can shape the future alone. International cooperation is essential. Therefore, Austria supports the AI Impact Summit Declaration and consider it as an important step toward a shared global understanding of how AI should serve society. Together, we can ensure that AI becomes a force for good, for sustainable growth, inclusion, and shared prosperity. Let us work all together. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much. Hindi is picking up. Our languages being adopted. That's perfect. Thank you very much, Excellency. I now request His Excellency Mr. Matthias Dipendale, Minister President of the Government of Flanders, Flemish Minister for Economy, Innovation and Industry, Foreign Affairs, Digitalization and Facility Management of the Kingdom of Belgium.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by thanking India for hosting this AI Impact Summit. It's a pleasure to attend this fourth summit of its kind at such a critical time to international collaboration. And happy to be in India again after a very successful economic mission we had last year. Belgium approaches artificial intelligence with high ambition and a very clear long-term vision. We build on strong research ecosystems, including top-of-the-line nanoelectronics, digital innovation hubs, and on economy rooted in an openness and competitiveness. Our aim is clear: to translate technological excellence into real societal and economic impact. Within Belgium, Flanders plays a pioneering role in the AI ecosystem. Our nation is internationally recognized for its creativity, its innovative mindset, and its inspiring approach to AI, delivering world-class projects thanks to strong collaboration between leading research institutes, universities, and an agile, future-oriented business community. While AI provides unprecedented chances for economic growth, It also presents fundamental challenges, and many of our colleagues talked about it before me. Innovation must serve people by strengthening healthcare, supporting companies and industry, and enabling efficient public services. And that is why trustworthy AI, grounded in human rights and international law, lies at the heart of our ambition. As an international actor par excellence, we recognize that progress in AI cannot happen in isolation. Our country actively contributes to European initiatives strengthening Europe's technological leadership. In this context, Flanders is keen to explore the opportunities of the upcoming AI Gigafactories initiative. In addition, our country closely follows further developments within the UN AI framework. This way, we remain an active partner in building trustworthy AI governance frameworks. In order to spur governments play a key role in averting regulatory fragmentation. Diverging standards or incompatibility governance structures would slow innovation, increase dependencies, and heighten risks. Harmonization, coordinated to build AI has the potential to be an unprecedented engine for human progress. Belgium, with Flanders as a driver of innovation excellence, stands ready. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. With this, I now give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Sean Antale, Assistant Minister of Communications and Innovation, the Republic of Botswana. Floor is yours.
Namaste. Ministers, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is a profound honor for the Republic of Botswana to address this distinguished gathering at the AI Summit, Impact Summit here in New Delhi. I extend our sincere gratitude to the government and people of India for hosting this critical dialogue and for the warm hospitality extended to my delegation. India's remarkable strides in digital innovation serves as a global benchmark. For a nation like Botswana, at the beginning of our structured journey into the fourth industrial revolution, the opportunity to stand here is not merely a privilege, it is a vital chance to learn. As articulated in our national strategy, the government of Botswana recognizes artificial intelligence as a powerful tool for national development. We are determined to leapfrog into this digital future, placing responsibility, inclusivity, and innovation at the very core of our journey. To that end, we are moving decisively to establish robust AI governance. We are currently drafting a national AI policy designed to support the use of AI across all critical sectors of our economy, being the health, agriculture, education, mining, and governance, to deliver tangible value to our citizens. To nurture innovation, Botswana is establishing smart labs. These will serve as regulatory sandbox environments, allowing our innovators to pilot projects safely before bringing them to market. These initiatives are aligned with our National Development Plan 12, the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and the African Union Continental AI Strategy. However, Excellencies, we recognize that policy alone is insufficient. For our journey to succeed, we are focusing on three critical pillars, being the data readiness, where we are working to collect, classify, and curate the data sets needed to power effective AI solutions. On expertise, we are investing in digital skills for our youthful population, from public servants to students. And on investment, we are prioritizing rural innovation hubs, and digital infrastructure to ensure equitable access for all Botswana. We cannot achieve this vision alone. We therefore look to partners like India, who are leaders in digital public infrastructure, and all countries represented here today to help us adapt these solutions to our local context. Botswana's journey in artificial intelligence is guided by the belief that technology, when harnessed responsibly, will not only transform our economy, but also empower our people. I thank you.
Thank you, Excellency, for your remarks. And may I now invite the Honorable Ivan Solomon of AI and Digital Innovation of Canada.
Thank you and namaste, colleagues. India for hosting such a remarkable summit and for framing this in such an important way around people, progress, and planet, forcing us to focus on the most important principle, our principle as well, AI for all. AI to serve people, not the other way around. AI to serve people at work, in healthcare, in governance. We must not just focus on what AI is, though it is remarkable, but what we must focus on is what AI does for people and show the benefits and be candid about the concerns. Politically, we must also talk about sovereignty, a key political issue that has emerged, and it is framing this development. Sovereignty does not mean solitude. We must work together, but it does mean that we have to work with like-minded countries and partners to make sure, as Prime Minister Carney said in his speech at Davos, we do not have to simply choose between a hegemon and a hyperscaler. We also have our own sovereign choices to add to those. We have to make sure that we have options. Sovereignty is a form of safety, and that is key to all of our populations. We're at a hinge moment in history, as Prime Minister Modi said, and as Prime Minister Carney said. A political realignment is happening at the same time as a technology revolution. That creates real opportunities, and for citizens, real concerns. Our job is not just to be cheerleaders for AI and its remarkable opportunities, though they are remarkable, or doomsayers. We must be pragmatic and build this transformative technology for the benefit of all, creating good jobs, using water, energy, and resources carefully and efficiently, and enhance our sovereignty and security. We must build on our competitive advantages. For Canada, we know this well. We are the country that invented modern AI with Nobel Prize winner Geoffrey Hinton, Turing Prize winner Yoshua Bengio, who's here at the summit, and Turing Prize winner Rich Sutton, all three of whom work at our 3 national institutes of AI. We launched the world's first national AI strategy back in 2017. And this quarter, we will be relaunching a new national strategy for this new moment. You cannot maintain global leadership in anything. You must keep up. You must keep up. And for us, that means keeping up our global leadership in research, in applications, and innovation. Our foundation principle is AI for all. And our 3 pillars are build, empower, and protect. Pillars most of us here support. We are building the full sovereign stack from data centers, applications for our SMEs, to our strategically important companies. For example, 4 countries in the world have large language models. The United States, China, France, and Canada has Cohere. We must champion our champions and make sure we're doing that together. We also must make sure that we provide, and we will in our plan, the 3 C's, capital, compute, and customers, so our SMEs can grow. We also have to empower our workers, all of us, by investing in national skills and training programs. We must all make sure that AI is part of the workforce of the future. Our 3rd pillar is protect. Unless our populations trust AI, they will not adopt it. After all, technology moves at the speed of innovation. Our citizens will move at the speed of trust. We must build governance models to keep citizens safe, and we must make sure that our workers trust it. That's why we are working with Joshua Bengio, who's here at the conference, on something called Law Zero, not just governance models, which matter, but technical solutions for AI safety. He's building an AI to police AIs, and it's an international effort, and he welcomes partnerships. We will be announcing that we are supporting that at this conference today. The moment is urgent, colleagues. We must move quickly. We must build bridges. We must build alliances between the North and South, the East and West. We have made great progress. This is new partnerships in a new world. If we want reliable, innovative, safe, and sovereign AI that serves our people, we must act together with pragmatic, urgent, and transparent alliances. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Indeed, we also believe in India that safety will come both from technical as well as legal solutions. We certainly would like to collaborate with your team, which is working on the AI safety. Thank you very much for making that presentation here. And I think that's very, very useful for all of us. Thank you very much. Excellency, I now invite Her Excellency Ms. Paula Bogantes Zamora, Minister of Science, Innovation, Technology and Telecommunications of the Republic of Costa Rica.
Namaste. We deeply appreciate the kind hospitality we have received this week in India at the India AI Impact Summit. Costa Rica is a small, open economy from Latin America and the Caribbean, a region of 33 countries facing shared constraints, limited compute capacity, fragmented data governance, cybersecurity risks, talent gaps, and restricted access to capital. Even within our region, asymmetries are growing. Larger economies can move faster, smaller ones risk falling behind. Without deliberate coordination, these gaps will widen. Yet Latin America and the Caribbean is not peripheral to AI transition. The region provides 35% of global lithium, 40% of copper, vast freshwater reserves, and some of the cleanest energy in the world. It is structurally embedded in the global AI value chain and must also be embedded in its governance and value creation. Costa Rica has chosen to lead by example. Together with the OECD, we're leading the development of the OECD AI Policy Toolkit, a practical instrument designed to help countries translate principles into implementation, strengthen institutional capacity, and adapt AI governance to different levels of development. Its purpose is precisely to bridge divides between advanced and emerging economies and between ambition and real-world delivery. But tools and principles will not be enough if structural asymmetries persist, with compute capital and infrastructure concentrated in a few markets. The way forward is co-creation, joint research, shared infrastructure, capacity, interoperate, regulation, fair value capture resources. We call on our partners, especially AI-leading nations, to work with Latin America and the Caribbean as co-designers of this future, so AI becomes a driver of shared prosperity, not a new source of division.
Thank you. I now request Her Excellency Ms. Mayra Aravich, Minister of the Republic of Cuba. Ma'am, floor is yours.
Thank you. Estimadas autoridades de la República de la India, distinguidos ministros y representantes gubernamentales, representantes de organismos internacionales, expertos y académicos, estimados colegas, la inteligencia artificial es una de las transformaciones tecnológicas más profundas de nuestro tiempo. Ofrece enormes oportunidades para la innovación, la productividad y el bienestar de nuestros pueblos. Pero este potencial solo se materializará si superamos las desigualdades estructurales del injusto y antidemocrático orden económico internacional. Hoy es obvia y se debe contar culturales ni ambientales. Ante este panorama, los países del sur global debemos priorizar estrategias y normativas para un uso ético y responsable de la inteligencia artificial, adaptada a nuestros contextos y valores. Defendamos normas internacionales abiertas, compatibles y no discriminatorias. La cooperación sur-sur, como las que nos une con la India, es fundamental para construir capacidades compartidas y romper asimetrías tecnológicas. Rechazamos categóricamente el uso de la inteligencia artificial con fines criminales, terroristas o de injerencia en los asuntos internos de nuestros estados, incluida la manipulación de nuestra historia y soberanía. Estimados colegas, en Cuba aprobamos en 2024 una estrategia para el desarrollo y uso de la inteligencia artificial. Universidades y empresas cubanas ya desarrollan aplicaciones en salud, agricultura, educación, gestión de desastres, entre otros sectores, con un enfoque humanista. Se actualizan los planes de estudio en todos los niveles educativos para formar profesionales capacitados en inteligencia artificial con sólida conciencia y responsabilidad ética. Este avance se logra pese al injusto bloqueo económico, comercial y financiero impuesto por el gobierno de los Estados Unidos durante más de 6 décadas. El pasado 29 de enero, el presidente de los Estados Unidos emitió una orden ejecutiva declarando a Cuba como una amenaza inusual y extraordinaria contra su país, junto con la imposición de aranceles a los países que suministran petróleo a Cuba. Es un nuevo y grave ataque contra nuestra soberanía. Es una guerra económica, un acto genocida que intenta castigar a toda la población cubana, generar un desgaste interno y que pone en riesgo la vida de millones de cubanos. El bloqueo es el principal obstáculo al desarrollo digital en Cuba. Limita el acceso a tecnologías y plataformas esenciales para el desarrollo de la inteligencia artificial y compromete la sostenibilidad energética de nuestra infraestructura digital. Estimados colegas, en esta cumbre mundial de inteligencia artificial que se realiza por primera vez en el sur global, Cuba, pequeño estado insular en desarrollo, denuncia enérgicamente la aplicación de medidas coercitivas unilaterales violatorias del derecho internacional. Estas medidas afectan el desarrollo, la paz y el progreso mundial e impiden que el poder transformador de la inteligencia artificial sirva verdaderamente a toda la humanidad. Nuestro reto colectivo es garantizar que el desarrollo y uso de la inteligencia artificial se traduzca en bienestar para todos, sin exclusiones, y que las oportunidades tecnológicas se compartan ampliamente entre todas las regiones. Cuba reitera su compromiso de colaborar en este noble empeño, convencidos de que solo con solidaridad, por encima del egoísmo de intereses geopolíticos y corporativos, podremos construir un futuro digital justo y humano. Como nos enseñó Mahatma Gandhi, cuyo legado admiramos profundamente, en la tierra hay suficiente para satisfacer las necesidades de todos, pero no tanto para satisfacer la avaricia de algunos. Agradecemos al gobierno de la India la oportunidad que le ha dado a nuestro país de participar en este trascendental. Gracias.
Thank you, Excellency. We have a couple of excellent here. I now request Honorable Mr. Adolfo Orso, Minister of Enterprises and Made in Italy of the Italian Republic.
Ringrazio il Primo Ministro Modi, il governo indiano, per l'organizzazione di questo summit e per l'indirizzo che esso ci fornisce, che noi condividiamo. Dobbiamo cooperare. Il nostro Presidente Giorgia Meloni, che mi ha delegato a rappresentarla, lo ha detto chiaramente. Dobbiamo costruire insieme, nel rispetto della differenza di approcci tra le diverse realtà nazionali, dei meccanismi di governance globali. Per questo ci siamo forniti, tra i primi paesi, di una legge sulla intelligenza artificiale in linea con l'AI Act europeo che abbiamo contribuito a realizzare. Una legge che pone al centro l'uomo con una visione etnocentrica, responsabilità e trasparenza. La nostra strategia nazionale, elaborata nel 2024, fa perno su infrastrutture di eccellenza. Siamo i terzi al mondo per supercomputer, 3 tra i più veloci supercomputer al mondo, a Bologna, Genova, Milano, e un patrimonio universitario particolarmente sviluppato nella meccanica quantistica. Stiamo partecipando ad ospitare una delle gigafactory europee e abbiamo realizzato un fondo pubblico sull'intelligenza artificiale per sostenere imprese che sviluppano soluzioni di intelligenza artificiale e tecnologie avanzate. Durante la presidenza italiana del G7 nel 2024 abbiamo avviato con l'UNPD un progetto e hub per lo sviluppo sostenibile per un pieno coinvolgimento anche dei paesi del sud globale, focus di questo vertice qui a Nuova Delhi. L'hub, che ha sede a Roma, nella UNPD, ha già reso disponibili oltre 1,5 milioni di ore di calcolo per 3 anni, ha selezionato 130 start-up africane, ha istituito un programma di venture capital per percorsi formativi e finanziari per sostenere start-up e innovatori africani, con la partecipazione delle principali multinazionali delle hub. A margine del summit l'Italia firmerà con India e Kenya una lettera di intenti di carattere tecnico che va proprio in questa direzione. Si tratta della prima volta di una triangolazione Europa, Africa, Asia per collaborare nel campo delle AI secondo lo spirito del Global Digital Compact. Questo vertice, in questo senso, è un importante passo in avanti verso una piena cooperazione nel settore. Tutti noi colleghi abbiamo una grande responsabilità. Dobbiamo condividere linee guida per orientare e guidare lo sviluppo dell'intelligenza artificiale, nella piena consapevolezza che nessuno deve restare indietro. Tutti, nord e sud del mondo, dovranno trarre benefici dall'intelligenza artificiale. Chiunque abbia questo obiettivo, certamente l'India, che ha promosso questo summit, e io ritengo tutti voi, troverà l'Italia pronta a collaborare. Grazie.
Thank you very much. We go back this side. I now invite Her Excellency Ms. Henna Virkkunen, Executive Vice President, Tech Sovereignty, Security and Democracy of the European Commission. Ma'am, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair, Minister Vaishnav, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Namaste. Let me begin by thanking Prime Minister Modi and the whole government of India for convening this AI Impact Summit at such a very decisive moment. We see that artificial intelligence is no longer simply a technological breakthrough. It's becoming a core driver for competitiveness, security, and global power. It will shape productivity across every sector of our economies and influence the geopolitical balance of the 21st century. Some say that AI is now moving faster than governments can react, and Europe prefers to prove that democracies can also move fast and responsible way. Europe approaches this transformation with a very clear conviction. AI must be innovative, competitive, and also trustworthy. With the AI Act, we have established a single risk-based framework across 27 member states, providing a legal certainty for companies and trust for our citizens. But leadership in AI requires also investment, scale, and deployment. Let me start with investment. Europe has set up now 19 AI factories across the continent. These deliver AI-ready supercomputing capabilities to support AI developers. We have ensured that these AI factories, they are free for SMEs and researchers to use. And this makes Europe a global leader in delivering AI compute as a public good. Our ambition does not stop here. This year, we will also launch the first AI gigafactories, public-private partnership that will deliver the infrastructure necessary to train the very largest models. Our entrepreneurial pipeline is strong. The EU is now home to over 8,000 AI startups, pioneering breakthrough AI innovations, many based on open source. And investors are also taking notice. European AI startups, they saw 33% growth in investment deals in 2025. And this is not only development, it's also the uptake of AI by industry and also by the public sector that will deliver success, benefits, and impact in the era of AI. And Europe's objective is also very clear here, to be not only a standard setter, but also a builder and deployer of advanced AI. At the same time, we know that no country or region can master the AI revolution alone. Even the most powerful algorithm still depends on partnerships. Our partnership with India is therefore very strategic. India is a global digital leader with exceptional talent, dynamic innovation, and ambitious public digital infrastructure. Through the EU-India Trade and Technology Council, we are deepening cooperation on semiconductors, AI, high-performance computing, digital public infrastructure, and skills. Beyond India, Europe is also strengthening our AI cooperation with several other trusted partners. Together, we can promote AI innovation, interoperable standards, secure supply chains, and human-centric AI governance. In a rapidly changing world, trusted partnerships, they are our greatest strategic asset. So Europe stands ready to work with India and also with other trusted partners to ensure that artificial intelligence is aligned with our values and delivers growth, resilience, and prosperity to us all. The AI era is here. Let us shape it together. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. Indeed, the recently signed EU-India FTA that has huge implications. May I now invite His Excellency Dr. Carsten Wildberger, Federal Minister for Digital Transformation and Government Modernization of the Federal Republic of Germany. The floor is yours.
Minister Vaishnav, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by giving our thanks and expressing our sincere appreciation to India and Honorable Prime Minister Modi for hosting this important and remarkable summit and for placing the 7 timely chakras on the agenda as themes for global cooperation. The German Federal Chancellor Friedrich Merz visited India and Prime Minister Modi last month, and he returned with a strong sense of momentum in our bilateral relationship. We particularly welcome India's clear focus on impact, the summit's ambition to ensure that technological progress delivers tangible benefits for humanity, and to amplify the voice of the Global South. The goal of ensuring that opportunities are shared broadly, rather than concentrated in a few regions, resonates deeply with us. In Germany, we are firmly committed to an inclusive and multi-stakeholder approach to an international AI governance. We see this as one of the most effective ways to give
more voices, especially from the Global South, a seat at the table. And with regards to Germany's partnership with India, we believe that strong and reliable connectivity between our economies, enabling businesses to innovate, invest, and grow together, will contribute to distributing the benefits of AI more widely. And this year's free trade agreement with the European Union, Chancellor Merz's visit, and now the agreement to intensify our bilateral cooperation through the India-Germany AI Pact all demonstrate this commitment. Germany is implementing an ambitious AI strategy based on excellent research, a strong industrial base, and a strong SME sector with a wealth of data. We're expanding compute infrastructure, securing energy supply and access. We work on foundational models, on AI solutions for business and government, on safety questions, and the diffusion of AI into society. And Germany welcomes and wants to deepen the partnerships based on trust and shared values. We believe in the power of cooperation, joint development, and sharing, and so here's the invitation. And here in India, more than 2,000 German companies are active today, some of whom you will find at the AI Expo. And Indian companies are increasingly investing in Germany. Together, we have the opportunity to shape AI in a way that is inclusive, trustworthy, safe, and truly impactful for our societies. AI will be one of the defining forces shaping the future of our global economy, our societies, and the way we live and work. It is therefore essential that we approach this challenge together through strong international cooperation and shared principles. Thank you very much.
Danke schön, Excellency. I now request His Excellency Mr. Rafat Abdel Aziz Fahmy Hindi, Minister of Information and Communication Technology of the Arab Republic of Egypt. Floor is yours, Excellency.
Thank you, Your Excellency, and congratulations for this successful summit. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to join you today at the AI Impact Summit here in India, a nation with which Egypt shares deep strategic ties and long-standing friendship that has shaped the Global South. Our two countries stood together in the non-aligned movement, and today we stand together again to ensure that AI serves humanity, dignity, and shared prosperity. I thank the Government of India for hosting this summit and for its leadership in advancing responsible human-centric AI. We are proud to be engaged in shaping the summit's outcomes and honored to serve jointly as a co-chairs of the critical work group in democratization of AI resources. Ladies and gentlemen, since 2019, Egypt's national AI strategy has integrated AI across healthcare, education, justice, and government services, anchoring AI within Digital Egypt as a national capability for impact, rooted in ethical governance and public purpose. This effort drove a 60-rank rise in our global AI readiness index since 2019. And we are now also partnering with our African and Arab friends to increase the impact of these programs. Excellencies, as AI transforms our societies, the Global South must shape this transformation with a shared voice. Egypt and India stand today as two ancient nations with a modern mission to ensure that AI is a force for development and prosperity for all. We thank India again for its friendship, its vision, and its consistent partnership. In closing, Egypt expresses its full endorsement and support of the AI Impact Summit Declaration, New Delhi 2026. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. We have Fiji here. No. Fiji? We don't have Fiji, right? I move to the next one, Hungary. I now invite His Excellency Dr. Lajos Ola, Deputy Speaker of the Hungarian National Assembly. Hungary, No. We have Iceland? Okay. I request His Excellency Mr. Logi Einarsson, Minister of Culture, Innovation and Higher Education of the Republic of Iceland. Floor is yours.
In the global south, the timing and the location are equally important. As AI technology has continued to advance, so has the growth of the global AI divide. This unjust divide, sadly, disproportionately affects the global south. We therefore have the work cut out for us. As a generational global technology, the future of AI cannot be dictated by any single nation state. Of course, it's critically important that we continue to exploit the potential of AI, but we must enable the cooperation of nations in ensuring fair and responsible development of AI. Despite its small size, Iceland has always had a way of having a noticeable impact, and Iceland is determined to take an active role in shaping the global AI. For instance, with our green and sustainable energy, with our highly educated nation, and not least with our strong track record when it comes to equality. My government, the first in my nation's history to be fully led by women, remains committed to Iceland's long-standing goal to secure equal rights and status for all citizens. AI has the power to lift and empower marginalized groups. We will continue to emphasize that AI is developed with the purpose of serving the public good, not the good of the few. Dear friends, the work ahead is immense, but it's a work we must do for ourselves, of course, but not least for the future generation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. I think Iran and Ireland, no. We move to Kenya. I request Honorable Mr. William Kabogo, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communications and the Digital Economy of the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you, Chair. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ministers, ladies and gentlemen. Kenya welcomes the India AI Impact Summit 2026 and commends the government of India for convening this timely global platform to advance artificial intelligence as a force for people, planet, and progress. This summit is convened at a moment when artificial intelligence is no longer an emerging technology, but a foundation of economic competitiveness, public service, national security capability, and global influence. The key question before the international community is therefore not whether AI will transform societies, because it shall, but whether that transformation will be inclusive, safe, and equitable. Chair, Kenya's position is clear. The AI era must not reproduce a future where a small number of countries and firms control the foundational resources of AI, while the majority of nations remain dependent consumers of systems designed elsewhere. If compute, database, and foundational models remain concentrated of a few, we risk creating a new form of inequality, an AI divide that will deepen global disparities and weaken national agency. For Kenya, expanding access to AI is therefore not a matter of charity. It is a matter of development, equity, and global stability. Excellencies, we must also be clear that access cannot be reduced to access to applications alone. True access means access to the foundations of AI, affordable compute infrastructure, trusted cloud capacity, representative database, skills talent, and research ecosystems. Without this, developing economies cannot participate meaningfully in shaping AI, nor can they build sustainable domestic capability. At the same time, Kenya believes that progress must be matched with trust. AI will not scale unless citizens have confidence that systems are lawful, transparent, and accountable. That is why Kenya has strengthened its governance framework through robust national instruments, including our Database Protection Act, our cloud policy, and strengthened cybersecurity and digital safety frameworks. Kenya supports a global approach to AI governance that is risk-based, human-centric, and development-oriented, one that enables innovations while safeguarding rights, public safety, and national security. Mr. Chairman, Kenya also stresses that inclusion begins with language and context. AI cannot be truly democratic if it does not reflect the diversity of humanity. If AI systems do not speak Kiswahili, for example, and other African languages, then they will not serve education, public service, innovation, or citizens fairly. The global AI agenda must therefore prioritize low-resource languages and underrepresented contexts so that AI becomes locally relevant, culturally grounded, and socially legitimate. In conclusion, Mr. Chairman, Kenya calls on the international community to ensure that the AI future is not defined by concentration of power, but by shared capability and shared prosperity. Let us measure success by tangible outcomes. How many countries build real AI capacity? How many communities are included through language and access? And how many citizens experience improved livelihoods through AI-enabled development? Kenya stands ready to work with all partners and parties to ensure AI becomes a shared global enabler of opportunity, dignity, and progress. I thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Excellency. Indeed, multilingual is the key for many countries, many continents. That's why the models that we are developing in India are very, very focused on having multilingual capabilities. Thank you very much for your intervention. Now we move to Saudi Arabia. May I invite His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Saraf Al Ghamdi, President, Saudi Data and AI Authority of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, I would like to appreciate the generous hospitality and the excellent organization of the summit by the Indian government. First, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to join this ministerial discussion as we work towards scaling AI in a way that improves lives, creates opportunities, and earns public trust. Driven by Saudi Vision 2030, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is establishing AI as a reliable national capability to drive better services, stronger competitiveness, and an enhanced quality of life. Throughout our AI journey, three strategic pillars have been key to unlocking AI's full potential and creating sustainable impact. First, people as the core of our ambition. We approach this pillar through a portfolio of national initiatives. Among them is SAMAI, 1 million Saudi to AI, a national scale initiative designed to move society from awareness to capability. Within a year, SAMAI has already reached over 1.2 million trainees. It was planned to finish in 3 years, representing roughly 10% of the kingdom's working citizens. Second, we are building a national infrastructure that enables every sector to deploy AI with speed and consistency. Through Humane, our national AI champion, the kingdom is accelerating investment in AI-ready data centers and next-generation compute to power the intelligence age. In parallel, We established Hexagon, the world's largest governmental data center to scale data integration and AI-enabled services. Hexagon was inaugurated last month or launched last month. We have also advanced sovereign capabilities through Alam, our flagship Arabic large language model, ranked second globally in Arabic large language models and performance. Beyond Alam, we are deploying AI applications across priority sectors through centers of excellence, serving various sectors including education, healthcare, energy, environment, smart city, and industry through agentic AI. Third, in line with international frameworks and standards, we have shaped our national governance framework to ensure that as AI scales securely, transparently, and with public trust. This framework includes the National Data Index and the National AI Index to monitor data maturity and AI readiness across more than 200 governmental entities. Finally, Saudi Arabia stands ready to partner with governments, industry, academia, and civil society to share the kingdom's experience in building the foundations for responsible AI and in deploying solutions for the good of humanity. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Excellency. My apologies for certain changes in the sequence. We now go to Singapore. Ms. Josephine Teo, Excellency, the floor is now yours for your intervention.
Well, Minister Ashwini Vaishnav, colleagues and friends, namaskar. And I'd first like to thank India for putting together such a magnificent AI Impact Summit. And your focus on people, planet, and progress really remind us that AI is not an end in itself, but a means to improve lives, strengthen societies, and steward our shared future. Singapore believes that this is the right focus. Our National AI Strategy 2.0 seeks to harness the power of AI in research, in government, and industry. In industry, there are more than 60 AI centers of excellence that have been built up. We have an enterprise compute initiative in partnership with tech giants like Microsoft, Google, and AWS to support AI innovations, particularly amongst SMEs. Today, if you look at the cost of SME adoption, as well as the trade-offs that they have to make, the payoffs, I think this is intended to tilt the balance. So we'd very much like to support it. Also, in terms of government grant support, it goes up to more than around 70%. So that's the kind of commitment that we're prepared to put in. In government, we would also like to find ways forward to be leaders and not laggards. So we use a secure version of several large language models for the civil service. And we built a platform for civil servants to build their own AI bots. So out of less than 90,000 civil servants today, they have been able to build something like 30,000 bots, which is not a bad start. Let me now focus on our efforts to grow capabilities in our research ecosystem through our $1 billion investment in the National AI R&D Plan. This includes a strong push in AI for science because we see AI's potential in accelerating scientific discovery and breakthroughs. We are building on past investments in collaborative R&D to launch grand challenges in 4 areas. They are material science, life science, agriculture, and computer science. These involve collaborations across more than 10 renowned universities and institutions globally. And we believe that they will strengthen the pipeline of the next generation of AI bilingual scientists. But let me just also add a word of caution. Research excellence alone is not going to be enough. Innovation flourishes when communities interact with one another. And this is why we created platforms, like Lorong AI as a space to bring together engineers, founders, policymakers, investors, and researchers so that they can have regular conversations with each other. We plan to expand Lorong AI to a new AI park, which will support research, collaboration, and development of AI applications for businesses and public services. Innovation must also be matched by trust. But as AI advances rapidly, many technical questions remain open. We see value in bringing leading AI safety experts together to deepen shared understanding and identify AI safety research priorities. I'm therefore pleased to announce that Singapore will be hosting the second edition of the International Scientific Exchange on AI safety research priorities this year and update the Singapore Consensus on Global AI Safety Research Priorities to take into consideration the latest developments. Singapore also welcomes the deliverables of the summit, which offer pragmatic ways to foster inclusive collaboration across the innovation stack. We support proposals to develop the network of AI for science institutions, and those that have been put forward by the Science Working Group, we believe will strengthen global research linkages and complement our own investments in collaborative R&D. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you, Minister Teo. Excellent interventions. Do we have Kyrgyz? No. We have Latvia. Thank you. We now give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Raymond Suders, Minister of Smart Administration and Regional Development of the Republic of Latvia.
Thank you, Minister, and thank you very much for hospitality and amazing summit. Dear colleagues, at its current stage of development, AI can be compared to a flame. If we are to benefit from it without causing harm or triggering wider wildfires, it must be handled with care and responsibility. We can already clearly see the benefit of AI advancement. It is driving advances in science and health diagnostic. AI assistant tools are boosting productivity across industries. Adaptive education, allowing every child to learn at their own way, is becoming a reality. Also, language barriers are fading through AI-mediated communication. Yet, alongside these benefits, we confront a hard truth. AI is also creating serious safety risk. Global AI incident report data suggests that intentional misuse of AI by malicious actors is a dominant source of harm that require urgent attention and action. And first, we must close the gap in digital content verification, enabling people identify AI-generated material. Second, we must strengthen platform responsibility, including rapid removal of fake networks. Third, we must deter the operators of manipulate campaigns through sanctions and legal measures against systems that impersonate real media and weaponize AI at scale. We need clear rules for safe and trustworthy AI. Latvia supports strong regulation grounded in transparency, risk management, and safeguards against interference in domestic processes. During the last European Parliament election, foreign states actors deployed deepfakes, clones media outlets, and coordinated networks of fake accounts active around voting days and driven by automated behavior. These tactics are evolving rapidly. We now face AI-generated audio and video, fabricated documents, and large-scale bot networks. Nowhere is this more visible than in Ukraine. the most targeted country for hostile information attacks. Deep fakes of leaders, fake documents, and manipulated images are used to undermine morale, distort reality, and weaken international support for Ukraine. This is not business as usual. It is strategic, industrial-scale interference, and it requires a collective response. AI offers immense opportunities, but it also brings immense responsibility. If we act together, decisively, transparently, and in solidarity, we can ensure that AI serves people, not those who seek to deceive them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency. Your concerns are very important. We now go to Lithuania. Yes. His Excellency, Mr. Edvinas Griksas, Minister of Economy and Innovation of the Republic of Lithuania.
Thank you. Dear Excellencies, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to sincerely thank the government of India for hosting such an amazing event. I'm very happy to be here today, and it is a pleasure to join this ministerial panel at the India AI Impact Summit and to share Lithuania's perspective on how smaller, agile economies can contribute meaningfully to the global AI ecosystem. Lithuania forms an integral part of the European Union economy, and we see our role clearly to contribute responsibly to Europe's competitiveness while making entry into EU simpler, faster, and more predictable for companies developing AI solutions. As a smaller country, Lithuania benefits from agility. We have fewer administrative layers, faster decision-making, and close coordination between government, business, and academia. This allows us to function as a practical gateway, especially for companies seeking a starting point in Europe. We are therefore proposing a starter pack available for AI innovators with offices in Lithuania. First, computing infrastructure. Lithuania is launching a national AI factory, Lit AI, bringing high-performance computing, data access, research capacity, and industry collaboration under one roof. It is designed not only for national use, but as an entry platform for companies that want to develop, test, and deploy AI solutions on an European scale. And gigafactories is a next step. Second, data. Lithuania is among Europe's leaders in open and high-value public data sets, with a national data lake, one-stop access model, 6 biobanks, and other infrastructure. Third, strategic AI support. We are aligning our national AI strategy with European Apply AI approach, focusing on real deployment in industry and the public sector. This gives companies clarity on where AI is encouraged, supported, and scaled in Europe. Fourth, talent. Lithuania has one of the strongest ICT talent pipelines in the European Union, and we continue to invest in skills development across academia, industry, and public sector. Through initiatives such as Gov.AI and Lit AI, we combine training with real-world problem solving. And finally, regulation. Our objective is to reduce, this processes of creating innovation. And that's why Lithuania has launched one of the first use AI regulatory sandboxes, helping companies navigate the AI Act faster with guidance, testing, and compliance support built in. We aim to turn trusted innovations into a competitive advantage. The idea is simple. Companies can start in Lithuania, adapt their solutions to European Union requirements in a supportive environment, and then scale confidently across the single market. To reiterate, Lithuania does not aim to compete on size. We contribute with speed, clarity, and partnerships. By working together, we are building AI value chains that are competitive, trustworthy, and inclusive. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. We really are running Time is so very important now. Malaysia, Excellency Mr. YB Tuan Gobind Singh Deo, Minister of Digital. Your floor is yours.
Excellency, thank you very much. First and foremost, I'd like to thank India for hosting this excellent event. Malaysia welcomes the summit and commends the government of India for its leadership in bringing together the international community and the guiding principle of welfare for all, happiness of all, ensuring that the benefits of artificial intelligence are shared by all. Artificial intelligence represents a defining inflection point in human progress. As reflected in the summit declaration, the decisions we make today will shape whether AI becomes a force for inclusive growth, social good, and human advancement. Malaysia firmly believes that AI must be human-centered, trusted, inclusive, and development-oriented. At a national level, we are guided by the implementation of the 13th Malaysia Plan, or RMK13, and the Malaysia Digital Action Plan of 2030. Malaysia accelerated its trajectory towards becoming an AI-driven nation by the year 2030. In doing so, digital progress must be inclusive, responsible, and human-centered. These plans position digital transformation as the very engine of Malaysia's sustainable and inclusive national development. The National AI Action Plan 2026-2030 serves as our primary horizontal roadmap, integrating 28 key initiatives across all 7 pillars to transition Malaysia into an AI nation by the year 2030. At the core of the 13th Malaysia Plan lies the AI Nation Framework, a whole-of-nation strategy built on 5 key pillars. First, forward-looking AI policy and regulation. Second, talent cultivation. Third, robust data and digital infrastructure. Fourth, strengthened digital trust. And fifth, strategic investment. This framework ensures that AI drives not only economic growth, but also social growth. Important to this is data and how it is shared, which comes to the Data Sharing Act of 2025, which establishes a secure, standardized, and regulated framework for data sharing across federal public sector agencies. The Act aims to enable integration and interoperability of government data sets, a foundation for building an AI-ready data ecosystem which supports innovation, model development, and evidence-based policy making across Malaysia. To guide the adoption of cloud technology, we have, through the Ministry of Digital, introduced a national cloud computing policy recently. This serves as a nation's strategic blueprint, which will drive a sovereign, secure, and sustainable digital ecosystem, positioning Malaysia as a premier investment destination in the regional digital economy. The Ministry is also now at phase 3 of the Malaysia Digital Economy Blueprint and the National 4IR policy, which involves a strategic shift towards economic sovereignty through innovation. The focus is on positioning Malaysia to become a regional market producer for digital products and a digital solutions provider rather than just a user of imported technology. Excellencies, the issue which arises in planning how we reach this target of establishing an AI nation 2030 has resulted in several considerations which I think need to be discussed. Well, as we speak of investments, I think all governments welcome investments. We speak to innovators who tell us what the next generation technology they think is and how it is they're going to develop it, and we express a lot of interest in it. And at the same time, we speak about how we want to make sure that no sector or individual is left behind in digital transformation. But here, I think, lies a problem. And the problem is really one that involves government. If you look at the title of today's summit, it's around impact. And of course, when we speak about impact, I think the words say it all. It's welfare for all and happiness of all. But the real question here is, what role does government play to ensure that the digital tools that we create actually reaches its targeted audience? Whilst we speak about sectors that still don't have access to clean water, some civilizations which still are struggling to have education, some which have a problem when it comes to food security, we speak about innovation which solves these problems. There are tools that does exactly that, but yet there is this huge gap. We might move into an era where we have lots of technology, but that technology is not actually sent or channeled down to those who actually need it. So here I think there's a need for us to be open about this and start speaking about how governments can ensure that whilst they develop policies that build ecosystems in their countries which develop and deliver technology, there must also be focus given to how it is they can ensure that there is scale. Because if there is no scale and there's no effort made by governments to make sure that these people who need technology to help them actually get that technology, then I think these efforts of ours may really come to naught. We may find ourselves in a world where we have solutions, but ultimately the problems that the solutions were created for still remain. So I would really take this opportunity again to thank India for having this discussion, because I think ultimately it is, after perhaps a decade or two of focusing on innovation and technology, it really now is about impact. Impact means ensuring that technology gets to those who need technology. And ultimately, I think discussions like this are important. But the real question is, what do we as governments do? How do we perhaps look at India as a model that has demonstrated that scale is something that we can achieve? But we need to think about it. We may even need to look at regulation to ensure that those who innovate also play a role to make sure that the products they create actually reach the target audience. And I think this is something that governments must do. That gap can only be filled by conversations like this. And I must thank the government of India for hosting this summit. And of course, all of you who are here today to also exchange your ideas and views. And I think moving ahead, if we all put our minds together and we're able to bring technology to those people who need technology, and I think we will all succeed. Thank you very much, Excellency.
Thank you, Excellency, for your excellent comments. We now go to Russia. I request His Excellency Mr. Maksud Shadev, Minister of Digital Development, Communications and Mass Media of the Russian Federation.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. We thank you for hosting us today. We highly appreciate that the current discussion is structured as a truly open one with the participation of all interested states on an equal basis, as actually the preparatory process for the conference for the summit was organized as well. Today, the use of AI is becoming a key growth factor. It increases productivity, helps modernize public administration, and opens up new opportunities for education, medicine, industry, and science. However, along with these obvious benefits, the use of AI can also pose risks to the sovereignty of states, information security, and human rights. Our common goal is to ensure that the security and trustworthiness of AI, that is the conditions in which innovation and development are combined with the protection of the interests of citizens, society, and the state. In practice, this is reflected in several basic universal principles, which are compliance by developers with national legislation, protection of personal data, reliability and sustainability of AI technologies, and the unacceptability of discrimination in developing and implementing AI systems. It is especially important that the summit focuses on the practical needs of developing countries. Much has been said at the summit about overcoming digital inequality between states, and this is perhaps indeed one of the most serious challenges facing us. The world majority needs non-discriminatory access to AI resources such as data, computing power, and hardware and software. The uneven distribution of technologies and means of production among states limits not only progress, but also the ability of countries to fully participate in the development of standards and rules in the field of AI, and can be overcome only through fair trade, economic, scientific, and technical cooperation that does not accept illegitimate, unilateral, restrictive, or coercive measures. It is important to preserve and strengthen the central role of the United Nations in discussing artificial intelligence issues, including such important aspects as AI regulation. We suggest that we work together to think about joint practical measures, including creating a repository of AI proxy control tools and implementing open source software solutions, taking into account the requirements of national legislation. It is in the interests of the world majority to make AI more accessible by creating multilateral research centers, increasing the level of applied and theoretical knowledge, launching educational programs, and multilingual online platforms. Russia joins the final declaration of the summit with the understanding that when implementing the initiatives mentioned in the declaration, we will be guided by our legislation and national security considerations based on the specifics of information technologies that require taking into account their anonymity, cross-border nature, and undeclared capabilities. Russia is ready for practical cooperation with all partners to share experiences, joint projects, and common efforts to promote trusted solutions, including products and models that may be in demand in the countries of the global south. I thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. We go to Maldives. His Excellency Dr. Mohammad Kina Nath. Maldives. We then move to Morocco. Her Excellency Ms. Amal Al Falah Segrouchni, Minister Delegate to the Head of the Government in charge of Digital Transition and Administrative Reform of the Kingdom of Morocco. Floor is yours.
Thank you. Honorable Ministers, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm deeply honored to be with you today in New Delhi at the heart of this AI Impact Summit as an essential gathering and to represent for the second consecutive year the Kingdom of Morocco at AI Summit. First, allow me to briefly highlight the historic and friendly relationship between Morocco and India. It is rooted in the long arc of history. As early as the 14th century, Ibn Battuta traveled to and lived for several years in India, leaving writings that have become a valuable source on medieval Indian society. After that, and since that, our relationships has been strengthened at the highest level, notably through the royal visits of His Majesty King Mohammed VI, may God assist him, in 2001 and 2015, marked by a memorable meeting with the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and our shared determination to elevate our cooperation to the level of strategic partnership. In a world where the technology evolves faster than our institutions, this moment of multilateral dialogue are essential to share experiences, align visions, and act collectively towards a great benefit for the greatest number. The theme of this summit, AI Impact, remains as that AI can improve daily life, better healthcare, education, protection of resources, reduce digital divides, and improve mobility, design of smart public services. But of course, AI can also amplify risk, if not well mastered, the risk of growing inequalities, our technological dependencies, and loss of digital sovereignty. According to Moroccan strategy Digital 2030, we consider AI as long-term strategic choice, reshaping competitiveness, sovereignty, and geopolitics. We are in favor of third way, where we rely on collective intelligence to build an AI made in Morocco. Our approach is leveraged by the creation of a national network of Jazari Institutes, centers of excellence in AI, grounded in territories and acting as bridge between research, development, and innovation. It rests on three pillars. The first one is sovereignty and trust, because trust is necessary for AI adoption and wide onboarding. So we are putting in place many initiatives, including a national framework for responsible AI, national e-wallet that offers digital services while it respects security and privacy by design, secure data governance, and sovereign cloud and computing infrastructure, including a green data center of 500 megawatts. Second pillar concerns innovation and competitiveness. The second pillar is our ability to produce and master useful AI building blocks adapted to our economic and social needs. Therefore, we propose National Digital Commons flagship, including a data factory and national software forge to pool, industrialize, scale up, and secure our critical building blocks. Third and last pillar is the impact and adoption. This pillar is about scaling up in investing in talents with skilling and reskilling capabilities, as well as moving beyond isolated experiments toward solutions that are deployable, measurable, and truly useful. This is where AI's credibility is built and where its real impact on citizens' daily lives is delivered. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, our national action is designed with a regional and international cooperation. Morocco places great importance on South-South and multilateral cooperation, as it is already the case in two important frameworks: DCO, which is Digital Cooperation Organization Framework, and D4SD, which means Digital for Sustainable Development, supported by the UNDP. Ladies and gentlemen, Morocco is ready to contribute to this collective momentum. Let us make AI a force for real impact, for dignity, trust, and shared prosperity. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now we go to New Zealand. Honorable Dr. Shayan Reddy, Minister for Science, Innovation and Technology. Floor is yours.
Ngā mihi tarangi, ngā mihi te whenua, ngā mihi kia koutou. I greet the sky, I greet the earth, and Your Excellencies, I greet all of you. Mr. Chair, on behalf of New Zealand, acknowledging the Global South and noting that New Zealand is about as far south as you can get, thank you for convening this conference. New Zealand welcomes the opportunity to contribute to this discussion and to share how we are embracing AI to drive sustainable growth, national competitiveness, and long-term prosperity. We are in India at a time when global attention is rightly focused on how artificial intelligence can deliver real-world impact. For New Zealand, AI is not an abstract issue. It is a practical economic opportunity that we are actively pursuing to positively impact people's lives. Our priority is to be a smart, confident adopter of AI. We are using it to lift productivity, support better public services, and strengthen our science, education, and innovation systems. Trust and balance are central to this approach. I heard a previous speaker say that the language of innovation is the language of trust. We agree. We are putting in place proportionate risk-based guardrails so people and businesses can have confidence in how AI is developed and used. We want to move away from conversations focused on theory and risk alone towards focusing on practical outcomes that deliver tangible benefits for people, businesses, and communities. That is why we are supportive of global initiatives like the AI Impact Summit, which are reframing the global conversation on AI and are indeed reflected in our national AI strategy. Domestically, New Zealand is backing an approach with significant system-wide reforms to science, innovation, and technology, sharpening our focus on impact and strengthening the links between research, industry needs, and real-world outcomes. A central part of this is the establishment of the New Zealand Institute for Advanced Technology, which will include a dedicated world-class national platform for AI research. The Institute is designed as a national hub to drive applied, high-valued research, capability development, and importantly, international collaboration. Through it, we are investing in shared platforms and partnerships that accelerate responsible adoption and translate research into economic and societal value. We are also actively enabling our small and medium-sized enterprises to deploy AI by co-funding access to practical support from trusted experts so they can confidently use AI tools. India is clearly playing a leading role in AI. It is a major force in science, technology, and digital innovation, and it brings an important perspective to the global AI conversation. New Zealand values that leadership and sees strong alignment in our shared focus on applied research, skills development, and responsible innovation. Education and research partnerships also underpin this work, supporting talent development, collaboration, and long-term people-to-people links as our countries rapidly respond to technology. In closing, ultimately, this is about partnership. All countries represented here share a responsibility to ensure AI supports economic growth and delivers benefits that are broad-based and enduring. New Zealand looks forward to deepening cooperation through the summit and beyond. Thank you all for your leadership. Thank you for your company. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Excellency, for your excellent remarks. Indeed, we also value nature, the way you described it. That was very nice. Which language was that?
Indigenous Maori.
Thank you. That was really nice.
You're welcome.
We now go to Oman. His Excellency Engineer Saeed Al-Mawali, Honorable Minister of Transport, Communications and Information Technology.
Your Excellency Shri Ashwini Vishnau, esteemed delegates, first of all, I would like to extend our deep gratitude to the Republic of India for graciously hosting the significant assembly and for its support in fostering regional and global dialogue in AI. Artificial intelligence is no longer a future concept. It's actively shaping public services, economies, and societies. In the Sultanate of Oman, we have been clear from the outset. AI adoption must go hand in hand with strong governance, ethical principles, and human-centered design. The National Program for Artificial Intelligence and Advanced Digital Technologies is Oman's blueprint to excel in the AI era. The program focuses on three main streams: adoption of AI in economic sectors, localization of AI technologies, and AI governance with a human-first approach. In Oman, we witness tangible growth in the number of AI startups, AI investments, and AI infrastructure, with the launch of several major strategic initiatives. For example, Oman Digital Triangle, a flagship project designed to host AI data centers and superclusters powered by sustainable green energy. Green AI Alliance, a collaborative coalition of more than 40 entities, including government bodies, energy firms, and investors, focus in developing AI while prioritizing environmental preservation. Special AI Zone, a dedicated hub located in Muscat, offers incentives to attract AI startups and tech firms from the region. Mu'in AI, a national LLM trained with the culture, policies, traditions, and values dedicated to the public sector to increase productivity and efficiency. AI Studio, a flagship initiative to bring together AI challenges and solutions under a single platform to guide the co-creation of innovative solutions and products. Within governments, AI solution moved from experimentation to real operational value. We successfully implemented AI pilot projects across priority sectors such as health, justice, education, procurement, and governance. These projects improved efficiency, accuracy, and service quality while maintaining human oversight and accountability at every stage. Your Excellency, recognizing the increasing impact of AI on decision-making and public trust, Oman published the General Policy for the Safe and Ethical Use of Artificial Intelligence System. This policy represents a foundational pillar for responsible AI adoption and establishes clear principles for fairness, transparency, accountability, human oversight, data protection, and explainability. Your Excellencies, our approach to artificial intelligence is clear. We are not pursuing AI for its own sake. We are building an AI ecosystem that is innovative yet trustworthy, ambitious yet responsible, and advanced yet human-centered. As we move forward, the Sultanate of Oman remains committed to ensuring that artificial intelligence serves national development, protects social values, and strengthens public trust today for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. We have Norway, Her Excellency Ms. Karianne Aldernes Tang, Minister of Digitalization and Public Governance of the Kingdom of Norway.
Namaste. Honorable Minister Vaishnav, Your Excellencies, colleagues, let me begin by thanking our host, Prime Minister Modi, for arranging this summit. India's leadership in placing artificial intelligence at the forefront of global dialogue has created a solid platform for meaningful exchange and constructive cooperation. Artificial intelligence is transforming our society at a blistering speed. It brings possibilities and it brings turmoil. To ensure this new technology serves humanity, we must act together across borders and sectors. AI must be developed and deployed in line with international law, including international humanitarian and human rights law. Human rights must be respected, protected, and promoted online as well as offline. Norway strongly supports the development of common international principles and guardrails for trustworthy AI and sound governance principles. We think this is a prerequisite and not a barrier to successful and valuable AI adoption around the world. If people cannot trust AI, they will be less likely to use them. And we need people and organizations to use AI. The possibilities and potential are huge. Norway, as many other countries, is facing demographic challenges. It's important not only to adopt new technology and AI, but to change the way we plan, organize, work, and collaborate so we are actually able to gain real value from AI as businesses and society. Welfare and happiness for all, as expressed so good by our Indian host. In order to reap the full benefits of AI, education must adapt, and we need to get serious about reskilling those already in the labor market while educating new talents. Success in AI is not mainly about the technology itself. It is about how we, as a society and people, adopt and steer. Our younger population is also using AI at high rates. That is good. However, we need to have attention towards the potential danger of AI for young people. Until we know more about the psychological consequences of extensive communication with, for instance, chatbots, also the potential dangers of manipulation via AI, of the impact on the learning process in our schools and universities. And we must stop the repulsive use of AI to generate abusive, exploitive, or otherwise harmful content. Protecting children and youth online is a Norwegian priority. That's why we also suggested an age limit of 15 years old for social media in Norway. To sum it up, Norway strongly believes in the potential of artificial intelligence to generate value for people, businesses, and society. But to ensure responsible and safe use of the technology, we should work across borders in forums such as the GPI, OECD, the United Nations, and through AI Impact Summit as a whole to agree on common standards, guidelines, and guardrails. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Excellency. We go to Philippines. Honorable Henry Royal Aguda, Secretary of Information and Communication Technology of the Republic of Philippines. No? Okay. Philippines, Portuguese, do we have? Oh, yes. His Excellency, Mr. Gonçalo Matias, Minister to the Prime Minister and for State Reform of the Republic, Portuguese Republic. Floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Chair. Namaste. I wish to thank Prime Minister Modi for organizing this timely and very important conference. Portugal, like many countries, is confronting the profound realities of a changing world. In recent weeks, we have faced extreme weather and growing climate pressures. These events remind us that preparedness is not optional, and that technology, including AI, must be part of our tools for protection, prevention, and the well-being of our citizens. It is a privilege to be here in India for the AI Impact Summit organized by a country that has shown the world how digital public infrastructure can transform societies at scale. And we are at a fundamental moment when the FTA agreement between the EU and India has been signed, and partnerships between the EU and Global South are also pivotal to gain digital sovereignty. Portugal is positioned among the global leaders in digital government, ranking 3rd in the OECD 2026 Digital Government Index. This is due to bold investments in digital public infrastructure, data governance, and AI. And today we enter a new phase, one where AI becomes embedded across the state, the economy, and society. We are also engaged in supporting the Euro HPC application, very strong and solid application to host an AI gigafactory in Portugal. So Portugal wants to develop a strong track record as a test bed for digital innovation, Several Indian leading technology companies have established major delivery and innovation centers in Portugal, serving clients across Europe and beyond our territory. Their choice reflects structural advantages: a highly skilled multilingual engineering workforce, strong STEM output, seamless integration within the European Union's regulatory and digital frameworks, advanced digital public services, and a stable, predictable business environment. Portugal offers something increasingly rare: agility with stability. A country large enough to scale, yet compact enough to pilot, test, and deploy innovation efficiently. In the spirit of this summit, inspired by the principle of welfare for all, we believe AI must serve people and companies, strengthen trust, and deliver benefits that are widely shared. We are actively, decisively through 3 pillars. First, our national digital strategy: 72 concrete projects to modernize the state, improve interoperability, and accelerate digital public services. An ambitious goal to have 100% of our public services available digitally by 2030. Second, our national artificial intelligence agenda, placing AI at the service of competitiveness and the public good. Generative AI alone has an estimated gross value-added potential of 1.2 billion euros in the state. We are creating sectorial AI centers in health, education, and industry, expanding supercomputing capacity, launching regulatory sandboxes, attracting global talent through AI fast-track visa, and aligning fully with the European AI Act. Third, our digital skills pact, investing in people and raising the digital literacy of our population and workers. AI must empower workers, not replace them. Our ambition is clear: a simpler state that accelerates development rather than slowing it. A country at the forefront of Europe's digital transformation. A competitive, open, cooperative AI ecosystem aligned with Europe's distinctive model: strong in science, industrial application, and open innovation. Portugal chooses to lead where it can be strongest: in adoption, real-world application, public sector transformation, and responsive innovation. Technology must serve people, never the other way around. If we combine competitiveness with trust, innovation and inclusion, and ambition with responsibility, AI will not only boost our economies, but also strengthen our democracies and social cohesion. That is the impact we want to seek. Thank you, Jai Ho.
Thank you, Jeho. Indeed. We now go to Rwanda. We have Rwanda? No? Okay. We move to then Senegal. No. Singapore already covered. Now Suriname. No, Suriname. Tajikistan. Tanzania. Tajikistan? Yeah. Okay. We have His Excellency Mr. Sherali Kabir, Minister of Industry, New Technologies of the Republic of Tajikistan. Floor is yours.
Thank you. Dear Excellencies, distinguished guests, friends and colleagues, at the outset, allow me to express my appreciation to Indian government for organizing today's forum, as well as for the invitation to participate in it. I wish everyone fruitful discussions and success. I'm confident that today's forum will provide experts, business, and the private sector with opportunities to establish cooperative relations and promote the development of the AI industry. Tajikistan is endowed with great natural resources that form the foundation of upstream artificial intelligence, water for cooling, green energy for compute, metals and minerals for AI chips, each of which are priorities of our economic growth and development. Tajikistan has the highest average annual economic growth in the region, over 8%. Also, Tajikistan plans to generate 5% of GDP from AI by 2040. 98% of energy generated in Tajikistan is green hydropower, which highly affordable electricity rate for compute. Tajikistan and India are closer, with only 45 kilometers separating them, and a flight from Dushanbe to Delhi is closer than from Delhi to Mumbai. With the CASA 1000 power line connecting the region, fiber cables can also be added, allowing the development of the joint AI data center in Tajikistan to support India's inference market. Our hydro energy output is 527 billion kilowatt, and we are currently in final phase of constructing one of the world's largest hydropower plant, Pragun, nearly 4 gigawatts. But we only utilize 6% of hydro potential, which is over more than 500 billion kilowatts. By 2030, global demand for AI compute will reach 200 gigawatts. This creates a major opportunity for my country for affordable AI compute. The government also initiated full national strategy of rapid industrialization and has passed national artificial intelligence strategy, one of the first in Central Asia. Until year 2026, industry will double its output and create 500,000 new jobs in the process. Tajikistan has started Area AI, a national AI free zone that offers incentives for investment in AI. Recently, United Nations adopted a resolution initiated by Tajikistan for self-regulation of AI in Central Asia, giving companies freedom to deploy advanced AI models in our computer hub. Our mining aspect, our country has all the critical metals and rare earth metals that are of great demand of the world to transition to green AI economy. Tajikistan has 800 different deposits for metals and minerals, 100 currently in operation. They include nickel, lithium, antimony, copper, tin, zinc, and rare earth metals. Remarkably, this represents only 5% of the country's geological exploration. We also continue to partner with leading US and European companies to deploy AI-powered satellites for full exploration across the remaining 95%. 70% of the country's population is under 35 years old, and annual growth is nearly 3%, who also speak several languages. To ensure investment protection, the government provided investment agreement ratified by Parliament, provide many incentives for taxation, and we are a member of WTO and New York Convention for Arbitration. We welcome any investment in the AI sector of Republic of Tajikistan. Just imagine only 6% of energy sector and 70% of young multilingual population, which potential of become future AI talent. Tajikistan is already leading in many aspects. And with everyone.
We now go to Tanzania. Her Excellency Ms. Angela Kairuki, Minister of Communications, Information Technology for the United Republic of Tanzania.
Namaste. Thank you, Chair, Excellencies, Minister colleagues. ICT and AI as the backbone of our future growth. They have been embedded in our Tanzania Development Vision 2050. We have set a clear benchmark whereby 70% of digital literacy and 80% of the digital service delivery rate has been included. To bridge the gap between these goals and our current reality, we seek to move beyond the traditional ICT, and we seek to embrace scaling up of AI as it is not just an option, as it is essential catalyst required to fulfill the promise of our 2050 objectives. We also plan to turn our vision into reality, and as such, we have established the National AI Strategic Framework for the year 2026-2034, spearheading more than 50 pilot projects in the critical areas such as agriculture, health, climate, finance, but also transportation. We believe that by utilizing these 50 pilot projects as innovation labs, we can test the technologies in the real-world settings, refine our approach based on the proven data, but also ensure that our move toward a nationwide AI rollout is both secure but also evidence-based. We also recognize that responsible AI cannot exist without a robust digital foundation. Today, our partnership with the private sector has pushed the 4G coverage to over 94%, but also the 5G to 30%. We aren't just connecting people, we are building the industrial nervous system of the future with 27,000 kilometers of the optic fiber, world-class data centers, and the critical undersea cable landings. Most importantly, we are ensuring that no one is left behind. Through our authority, UCSAF, we have brought digital life to over 3,700 villages, ensuring that the benefits of AI, but also the high-speed data reach every corner of Tanzania, especially from the urban centers to our most remote wards. Tanzania is also strategically advancing the Tanzania technology stack, integrating the digital public infrastructure as a cornerstone of our digital economic strategic framework. We would like to take this opportunity to extend our sincere appreciation and gratitude to our colleagues at the Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology for India, whose expertise and India stack model have been very invaluable in guiding our own infrastructure development. These collaborative efforts have significantly enhanced public service delivery, but they've also accelerated our financial inclusion, as it has been evidenced by our 63.2 million active mobile money accounts and 58.1 million internet users. Together, we are building the foundation for a digitally empowered society that is accessible to every Tanzanian citizen. Skills and human capital are the lifeblood of our AI strategy, as we are not just building infrastructure, we are also building experts. Through the Digital Tanzania project, we have already upskilled 500 government ICT professionals in the critical areas like big data, but also in AI in high-tech universities worldwide. Simultaneously, we are securing our future through the Samia Scholarship Program, which has granted more than 1,313 students the opportunity to pursue excellence in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But also our commitment to building comprehensive governance structures and ethical guardrails ensure that AI adoption in Tanzania is fair, it is transparent, but also accountable. In conclusion, AI can be a very powerful enabler of social empowerment, but its success depends on inclusion, capacity building, ethical governance, and collaboration. The United Republic of Tanzania is committed to this journey, and we look forward to work with partners globally to ensure that the benefits of AI are shared equitably. We also would like to take this opportunity to endorse the final declaration for the Global AI Impact Summit, and I would like to thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellencies. We were scheduled to complete this session at 3:30 p.m. We are right now at 5 p.m. So there is a hard stop at 5:15 because after that there is a round table chaired by Honorable Prime Minister. So we will request many delegates to kindly give your written submissions, which we will take on record and publish as a part of this ministerial round. I'll request Uganda, Zimbabwe, UNHCR, ILO, ITU, and then we will close this session. Now I request Uganda, Dr. Honorable Chris Barrio-Munsi. Floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Uganda is happy to be part of this discussion and would like to thank Prime Minister Modi and the government of India for convening this conference and for extending an invitation to Uganda. We take note of the technology revolution that is taking place in the world with emerging technologies that continue to shape socio-economic transformation of our societies. We also take note of the huge digital divide that exists between the global north and the south, but also within the context of south-south, we see the digital divide. And these gaps needed to be bridged, and this calls for partnership and collaboration. AI and other emerging technologies are taking the world by storm, and it is imperative that we must embrace and integrate these technologies in the work that we do. We now know that for better outcomes, efficiency, and productivity, services like health, education, agriculture, defense, governance, among others, should and must integrate artificial intelligence and other technologies. In Uganda, we are guided by our national digital vision and a digital transformation roadmap, where we have developed policies, strategies, and a number of interventions that guide us in the broader areas of information and communications technology. We are now completing developing of a specific policy on AI, and this policy will guide us on how to harness the advantages of artificial intelligence, but also provide for how to mitigate with the downside of AI, including the need to address issues of ethics. Uganda stands ready to partner and work with India and all the other countries gathered here as we embrace artificial intelligence and other emerging technologies. Partnership is key, and individual countries should not go it alone if we are to reap the benefits of artificial intelligence. We want once again to thank the government of India for convening this meeting and inviting us, and we are ready to partner and collaborate with all of you. I thank you and wish you good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. Zimbabwe, Honorable Dingamoji Futi, Deputy Minister of Information Communication Technology, Post, Courier Services of the Republic of Zimbabwe.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I firstly would like to thank this great nation, Prime Minister Modi, for the gracious host that they have been, and congratulate them on the same token for organizing such an impactful program. Thank you again for Zimbabwe views AI not as a luxury, but as a critical enabler for economic transformation and improved service delivery, aligning with our National Development Strategy 1 and 2, which are our economic blueprints, as well as the Vision 2030. Our first step was to rush deployment, but also underline were the critical documents, which were the National AI Strategy, as well as the recently concluded Zimbabwe AI Readiness Assessment Methodology. And this diagnostic tool, developed in consultation with stakeholders, allowed us to assess our national capacity across key pillars, governance structures, data ecosystems, and human capital. The finding gave us a clear, honest picture of our strengths and gaps we must urgently address. Based on the finding, we also move the policy forward. I'm proud to announce that the Zimbabwe National Artificial Intelligence Strategy has been finalized, and it is a whole of government and whole of society roadmap. This strategy will be officially launched soon. Participating in this high-level engagement here assists us to benchmark and see the best way that we can use artificial intelligence for good. The integration of AI is poised to accelerate global developmental agenda, enhancing efficiency and innovation across all sectors. It is for this reason that we throw our weight and voice in congratulating you for hosting this important summit. I thank you and submit.
Thank you. Thank you, Excellency. We now go to UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Ms. Peggy Hicks. Floor is yours.
Thank you. Artificial intelligence is reshaping societies. AI systems are likely to touch almost every aspect of life, which means they touch almost all of our human rights, from delivery of public services like education and healthcare, to criminal justice and elections, from employment and social protection, to our right to a safe, healthy environment. But how can we be sure that the promised impact of AI will deliver what people need while avoiding risks? Without deliberate attention and engagement, digital technologies, including AI, could amplify inequalities. Some 2.2 billion people have no access to the internet, and even many who do are excluded from AI by disparities based on income, language, gender, and geography. AI computing power is dominated by a small number of companies in rich countries. Article 27 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights sets forth the right of everyone to share in scientific advancement and its benefits. This first summit, AI summit in a global majority country, is therefore highly significant. It has great potential to go beyond symbolism and lead concrete efforts to shrink digital divides. We need to narrow the gap between those at the forefront of digital technologies and those most likely to benefit from them. India and other countries that are developing AI can demonstrate leadership through responsible, innovative business models that take on the dominant narrative of bigger, faster, better. To act on Minister Vaishnav's wise words that innovation without trust is a liability. One key question that is not asked often enough is, what is AI for? This revolutionary technology offers potential to improve lives and safeguard our planet, not deepen inequalities or damage our environment in pursuit of profit. AI can be used to advance human rights, to make our world safer and more peaceful, and to develop human creativity, imagination, and purpose. AI systems are already advancing human rights in a variety of ways, including, for example, by predicting and helping to prevent crises and wars, by supercharging progress in healthcare and education, by solving global challenges like food insecurity, and in many other areas. For example, our office is using AI tools to preserve indigenous languages and cultures. AI that benefits humanity will only happen if we wire human rights into AI products by design. That requires allocating capital and compute to AI systems that put rights first and deliver for everyone. We need incentive structures that reward companies for acting responsibly and delivering AI for people. Governments have collectively affirmed the importance of building trust by governing AI based on human rights. And that was repeated today by a number of heads of states in the leaders' lunch. Robust frameworks for safety, transparency, participation, and accountability are a foundation that we can build on to truly deliver for people. Now we need concrete action by states. The creation of the Independent International Scientific Panel on Artificial Intelligence is an important milestone that will require strong human rights expertise and robust participation by civil society. Practical support for both governments and companies to find sustainable solutions that integrate human rights is essential. Together, we can build a future that moves fast and strengthens rather than breaks things by making human rights a foundation for AI development and diffusion. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. I now request Director General of the International Labour Organization, His Excellency Mr. Gilbert Hungbo. Floor is yours.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the International Labour Organization, let me start by thanking the government of India for your leadership by convening what is clearly a very, very successful summit. We all know that AI is already shaping the world of work, changing tasks, skills, and occupations across sectors with significant impact for jobs and for productivity. But ILO's research indicates that AI will generally transform more jobs than automate them away. Yet, while AI can enhance work and create new opportunities, it's also leading to additional challenges, including for those displaced by technology, and threatens to widen existing divides. Therefore, the key policy question is not whether AI will transform work, but whether this transformation will advance decent work and social justice. And this requires proactive and coherent policy responses. First, people must be at the center of AI strategy, as we heard all along today. Investment in skills, lifelong learning, and employment and social protection policies is essential to help workers and enterprises adapt. Second, institutions matter. We need to strengthen public services, including labor market information systems and employment services. At the same time, social dialogue is critical so we can better anticipate change, manage risks, and build trust. Third, AI governance must be aligned with employment and social policies so that innovation goes hand in hand with rights, inclusion, and job quality. Countries acknowledge the challenge that remains, including unequal access to training and infrastructure gaps. Importantly, it shows the value of international cooperation and shared learning to overcome these constraints. The ILO stands ready to continue working together in the context of the international multilateralism in shaping AI policies that promote decent work and productivity. I thank you so much.
Thank you, Excellency. And last but not the least, the most important telecom sector, I now invite Her Excellency, Ms. Doreen Bogdan-Martin, Secretary General of the ITU. Floor is yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I should say good evening. We all recognize artificial intelligence has the potential to transform lives. We have heard it, we have seen it, but the true measure of success will be whether it reaches everyone in every country and in every local community. As the Delhi Declaration reminds us, AI's promise is best realized only when its benefits are shared by humanity. Whether AI becomes a bridge to innovation and opportunity, or another fault line dividing those with access from those without, the answer will depend on three essential foundations. I'll call them the 3 S's: standards, skills, and solutions. First, standards. The essential shared language for trustworthy, interoperable AI. Without shared standards, we risk fragmentation, uncertainty, and unequal access. Second, skills. Technology alone does not change the world. People do. Without the skills to use and shape AI, its opportunities will remain out of reach for too many. And third, solutions. AI must deliver real impact in people's lives, strengthening education, healthcare, advancing science, and expanding opportunity. In each of these areas, the ITU is ready to serve as your trusted partner. Excellencies, we cannot let the digital divide become the AI divide. This is our shared responsibility. As Prime Minister Modi so rightly underscored this morning, AI is a transformative power. If directionless, it becomes a disruption. If the right direction is found, it becomes a solution. Through the 7 chakras, India has articulated a compelling vision for a people-centric AI future. In the months ahead, as global leaders, experts, innovators continue to come together, including at the UN Global Dialogue in July, back-to-back with ITU's AI for Good Summit, let us act together. Let us act together now to ensure AI becomes a bridge to opportunity for all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. And with this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you all for your patience, and thank you so much for giving such constructive inputs. And any delegate, any Excellency who could not speak in this session, may please submit your written submission that will be taken on record. Thank you very much once again. Thank you.